Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today we're going Dutch, whatever that means. I've noticed a few comments from some familiar faces asking to see an Ajax team from the year 2025, and since we do request now like a bloody radio station, today I bring you Ajax in 2025 according to our Football Manager 2020 simulation. Ajax are the dominant force of Dutch football and have a ridiculous conveyor belt of young talent that's just waiting to be ripped apart year after year, only for some other youngsters to come in and take their place. However, in 2025, things are very different at the Amsterdam Arena. Ajax have gone from being the place to be for young stars to a retirement home where some of Europe's best come to end their career. But regardless, they're still dominating in the Eredivisie, winning every season in the simulation so far. In 2025 they did it again, making it 7 league titles in a row, so let's have a look at the team that did it. In goal was Danny Martin. We kick things off with a 26-year-old Spanish goalkeeper, and a man who was just the second youngest player in this starting 11. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said this turned into a retirement village, it's basically Europe's answer to the MLS. Martin has just completed his first season in between the sticks after joining from Tottenham, and he's been damn solid, but there's no doubt had to shout at the top of his lungs that the golden nose in front of him could hear. Now he's a target for Rennes, who have actually turned into one of the best teams in France. Might be worth a video in the future. Right back with Santiago Arias. Signed in August 2020 for a rather sizable £17 million, Santiago Arias has just enjoyed his best season ever in an Ajax shirt at the grand old age of 33. The attacking fullback is back in Holland, having previously played for PSV, but he might not be in the Eredivisie for much longer. The club made is a target for West Ham, who just love to sign an ageing veteran for no reason whatsoever. An ageing veteran? Aren't all veterans ageing? Well, that's what makes them a veteran, idiot. Centre back was Joel Matip. Some of the best things in life are free, and that's exactly what Joel Matip was. The Premier League winner cost Liverpool nothing, and in 2024 he cost Ajax nothing as well. Matip has spent the majority of the simulation at Anfield, but he eventually fell completely out of favour, going on to join Leicester on loan before spending a temporary year in the Championship with West Ham. But he's just completed a decent first year with Ajax, all the while wearing his trademark number 32. He was alongside Toby Alderweireld. Matip has partnered with another man in his 30s, another man who knows the Premier League well, and Ajax for that matter. Toby Alderweireld is back at Ajax despite being the grand old age of 36, having left Spurs in 2023. Like Matip, Alderweireld cost the Dutch Giants absolutely nothing, and he's having something of a renaissance in red. I mean, look at those averages, he's playing the best football of his life. Okay, maybe not the best football of his life, but definitely the best football of the simulation. Left back was Daley Blind. One of Ajax's current crop is still there in 2025, driving his Zimmer frame up and down the pitch. Former Man United defender Daley Blind returned to Ajax a few years ago, and on Football Manager he's still doing a brilliant job. He should be the full-time captain once again next season as well, with current skipper Danny Carvajal set to retire in the summer of 2025. So there we've got Ajax's back four, with a combined age of 137, Jesus Christ. Holding midfield was Razvan Marin. Rejoice everyone, we've got a player that's under the age of 30. Just. Marin is 29 years old, and the remaining has been absolutely sensational in an Ajax shirt. He's got assists, goals and protected the back four, which makes it a surprise that he stayed in Amsterdam for so long. Maybe he likes some of the recreational activities available in the Netherlands, who knows. Centre mid was João Mario. It was a big deal when João Mario went to West Ham on loan, but since then his career hasn't really gone anywhere. Not that it was necessarily going anywhere at the London Stadium. I don't know why I'm slagging off the Hammers today, sorry lads. Anyway, João Mario is at the heart of the Ajax midfield, having cost just shy of £70 million. That's a lot of money for a club like Ajax, and let's be honest, I don't think it's been worth it at all. Donny van de Beek would be turning in his grave at those averages, and he'll only be 28 in 5 years' time. He was alongside Marcel Sabitzer. Ajax have got a fairly big name alongside João Mario, and a player who isn't as old as most of his teammates. Sabitzer is still feeling young at 31, I imagine, and is the second most expensive player in this team. He cost Ajax £18 million, just a few years after Borussia Mönchengladbach paid a whopping £44 million for him. Sabitzer has just completed his first season with Ajax, where he's competed with Marco van Ginkel for a place in the first team, who has finally ended his Chelsea holiday after more years than I can be bothered to count. On the right is Quincy Promes. I always thought Quincy Promes would end up in the Premier League at some point, but that hasn't happened on Football Manager 2020, instead staying at Ajax since his arrival in 2019. Promes has been a great player over the past 6 years, hitting double figures in all competitions every season. I haven't really got anything funny or observant to say here. You never do! Who said that? On the left was Jacopo Turco. We've finally got a player who was only at the beginning of his career, and he's a regen, which is nice too. Turco was the only Ajax youngster in this title-winning side, but the 20-year-old is so good that it doesn't matter that he's all alone. The Dutch winger is the most valuable player in the squad at £44 million, and he's already played 21 times for his country. The goal-scoring winger is the future of Ajax here, and his performances show that they're heading in the right direction, despite the fact that the team is more like an episode of Grumpy Old Men. And up front was Thorgan Hazard. The second best Hazard brother is leading the line for Ajax, despite the fact he isn't even a striker. The Belgian normally plays out wide, and is actually the most expensive player in this team. Thorgan has just completed his first season and scored 8 league goals, although it's odd that he's up front considering the ridiculous strikers currently residing at Ajax. First they've got Patrick Schick, who's decent, then they've got two legends in Gonzalo Higuain and Sergio Aguero, whose Ajax adventures are coming to an end this summer. Both players are heading back to Argentina on frees, and to be honest, this team is absolutely mental and not what I expected at all. God, I think I need to lie down. So that's Ajax's retirement home in 2025 according to our Football Manager 2020 simulation. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time, we will see you around.